going that way. Sometimes Dota is just a lot about
That's
feel.
what Lacoste was telling me. He's like,
yeah,
he wants to be on the Radiant.
As lame as it is.
Looks right.
It is.
It looks normal, he says.
So would
you ever like Dota to go to the that you sometimes see with other MOBAs?
Oh, you're playing the Radiant vision.
Like everybody
no matter
is
what.
playing the
Everybody's
Radiant style vision. Like the map can be slightly different, but everybody's playing the Radiant style like drop down vision.
I don't like that.
No?
No, I don't like that. I feel like that would change so much. Can you imagine playing Dire from the bottom left? I feel like that would be so disorienting. It would take so long to get used to.
It's fine.
You were right, by the way, Newbee. They do remove Enchantress and Bounty Hunter and actually follow it up with the Shadow Fiend.
They didn't want to have to ban the Clockwork this time, so they take out the SF instead. But, okay, we got something right. You know, they did make the adjustments. They did ban the two heroes we were talking about.
Yep.
So. They still go for the Sanking. Do they take Disruptor? Okay, good. There we go. That's more like it. But Empire does get Naga. This has been shown to be quite a beast of a hero. Not getting nerfed at all.
By the way, I think when Naga is in the pro scene, it makes games so much more fun to watch.
Yeah.
Because it's always like the setups, like what's going to happen here, especially around Roche fights.
It's the setup, but it's also the disengage. So it could work both ways, right?
And your laning presence too as Naga it's pretty strong.
Yeah.
Because that hero's gotten buffed a couple times. Like the strength gain got increased. Like this was a while back, a couple months ago. So the hero has definitely gotten stronger.
Actually, on the disengage part, like her song radius is so small that sometimes you actually can't disengage, especially with the earlier level of songs.
Yeah.
So
they do. Newbee does have very good catch for this because you can glimpse targets even if you can glimpse the Naga if she's sleeping and trying to run away.
Exactly. You could outrange glimpse, outrange sleep with glimpse.
Yeah. What do they want to combo?
AA. Okay.
Oh,
it is.
Okay. So
that is one of their most played supports recently.
And snare cold feet, pretty nice.
Miposhka does love playing that hero.
What do you think of these two openings right now? Who has the stronger one?
I like Empire's opening a bit more.
Yeah?
Their heroes are a bit sturdier. They do a little bit, well, a lot more damage rather with the AA. And you can make the argument that Naga AA has better teamfight as well than Sanking Disruptor.
A little bit harder to land, but
wonder if Empires is in Newbee's head. The Sven ban doesn't make a lot of sense to me, right? I mean, they lost to Sven, but
I think maybe it's a beat.
Okay.
Have these like two openers.
Sure, but isn't Lifestealer like I would rank Lifestealer higher than Sven in that case?
Yeah, that's true.
Previous game they banned Lycan and Dragonite in this phase of the game. Perhaps it is also more like when we talked about before the series that they just don't have a lot of data to go off on. And now that they've played a game, it's
they
like
just ban the heroes
they just ban the heroes they played against, and they know that they're good with. PL removed as well, even if there's no Enchantress in the pool anymore. And even if the PL didn't work out at all for a Newbee previous game.
They see that Sven ban, right? They're like, all right, maybe they want to go for those illusion-based carries.
Yeah.
They're banning out the Cleaver.
Could be.
Did Monkey King get a big nerf at all? Haven't seen Monkey King at all lately.
We didn't see Monkey King yesterday either.
Oh, look at that. Maybe Newbee is getting a little bad game, right? They have to wait a minute. We do not get Enigma. We got to get rid of this Enigma.
The team fight wombo combo potential.
Right? Yeah.
It's very scary, of course. I mean, speaking of team fight, the Tidehunter is still in the pool, and it's a hero that we've seen a lot earlier today. We've seen a lot banned as well. Newbee is obviously known for playing it. Why is he ignored in this series? Lumi.
Why is he not in the series?
Yeah.
I think he might be. I feel like right now it's a very good pick. Normally when you have Tidehunter, there's two heroes he's very afraid of. He's afraid of Disruptor Static Storm, because your Kraken doesn't do anything for that.
Yeah.
And same thing with for the Enigma Black Hole. Like, you can't burst out of Kraken. Here, I feel like he's very good. But you need to make sure that your Ravagers catches the Naga, which I think the TIE Hunter these days are often skipping Blink, right? They've been, like, for example, Ice today, he went, like, Medallion, Mech, that kind of stuff. So I feel like if you go TIE, you need to go back to a little bit more the traditional TIE, the Blink Ravage, because you need to make sure you get the Naga, or else she presses her ult, and then you disengage.
Yeah. Well, Newbee taking their time to think about what they want to go for next. They've got cores banned out, so that's all targeted towards Mugi.
Yeah, they're probably thinking what carry hero they want to play versus Naga, because Naga does make it a lot harder to play a lot of those carry heroes, because Ensnare is such a good ability through like those BKBs, through Rage if you're a Lifestealer.
Yeah. They're taking their time.
Yeah, they are.
So many heroes, so many options.
Tinker's been left in the pool again. Newbee didn't decide to take that one out.
Do you feel like without the track, is he as scary?
I don't think he's as scary. It is Nyx's most played in pubs though, like we were mentioning, but
Yeah, but we're here to judge Nyx.
Oh.
We're here to evaluate him. We need to see him on different heroes as well.
yeah, definitely.
One of Mugi's best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you do get netted,
Sure.
Yeah.
it does. Catch.
I also like the fact that you pick Weaver really early right here, not knowing what type of game it'll be, but Weaver has one of those ability to just build, right? If you want to go late, you could go like Lincolns and build tanky. If you want to fight early, Dragonlance, Diffusal Blade, that kind of stuff.
Yep. Indeed, well, Empire also ticking into that bonus time fairly heavily. They need some more lockdown. Now that they know they're up against the Weaver. But we're going to assume that they've already selected their two supports, right? This Naga Siren is a support for position.
Yeah, I mean, technically you change, but...
Well, they go for a Void, which is a lot of the lockdown for that Weaver.
Yeah, and also sets up your AI splats very nicely.
Yeah.
Now, if you're trying to out-team fight them, it makes it really hard.
Ooh, instant answer OD.
Yeah, so we're having a nice escalation of counters.
Yeah.
Because the Void is a hard counter to Weaver. There's really no way you could play around it. There's no item you could get that could outplay the Chronosphere. And then the OD is like, okay, well, you Chrono my Weaver, I will now Astral. It used to be that the only way you could beat a Void in a fight is to get Chronoed, die, and time-lapse back into the fight and hope to try to win it. But that's just like...
I'm not sure if you should bank on dying. And
well, I
then,
mean,
you know.
you don't just die for free, right? Because you eat the Chrono, you eat a bunch of spells.
Sure.
You come back and you have BKB and you take the fight. But, you know, now you have the OD to back you up.
Is there any way that that Empire can like get another counter towards the OD to help out with that? Is Nyx Assassin counter towards the OD? Not specifically in the fight though. It's not really something that's going to help.
It's just good a
Void.
hero to have against OD. Yeah. Now, like, SCCC needs to be somewhat careful when he's farming with Astro.
Yeah.
Like sometimes Nyx just pops out a spike and you're just in a lot of trouble.
And that is an off-lane Nyx Assassin then?
I believe so.
I'm back.
Hello. I don't believe you are actually back.
I'm not back?
Oh, there you are.
Hello.
Bot got OD
We'll see.
banished for a bit.
Yeah, OD banished.
Yep.
So yeah, Nyx offlane. You said like the Astral Comet's also good versus the
Yep.
right? So he has those ways to catch them.
Oh, my favorite thing is where you see them Sakuchi, you blink on top of where you think it is and you spike. Oh, that's the best.
That could be neat. It gives him a little bit of a catch here too.
But he does need the Blink Dagger for that.
True. Yeah.
I have not really liked offlane Nyx.
No, you don't like offlane Nyx. That's sad. He is apparently not. We lost Fogged again, you guys. But don't worry, we'll get him fixed out, sorted out. Fogged. But but Fogg was saying that he doesn't like Nyx Assassin as the offlane. What do you think of offlane Nyx Assassin, Lumi?
I think it's okay if you pair two pretty heavy farmer cores. Because one thing about offlane Nyx is that he roams off to gank a lot, so he might fall behind, especially if he's not itemizing for it, like getting a Midas.
Yeah.
Also, in the lane, he could get help from Naga. So I don't think it's that terrible. Like, for example, Weaver Disruptor, I don't think it's going to kill Nyx too often, but
Woo!
there's a sniper. That is a counter to OD as well.
So we're going to expect sniper mid lane against OD, like an instant pick after that for Newbee.
So that's an off-lane Weaver. Or is that position for Weaver? There's no way, right? There's no way, right?
That could be, but we're gonna find out.
Yeah, it's position
Looks like
for
it's the
Na'Vi,
position
or
for Weaver indeed. Let's find out how the second game is going to play out. Is Newbee gonna drop to the lower bracket and Empire gets a clean 2-0 sweep? Or are we gonna see Newbee force out that third game? It is over to Capitalist and Blitz for game number 2.
That's right, game 2. What's going on, Blitz?
Not much.
4-position Weaver, huh?
4-position Weaver. That's what's down right now in China. It's come back. VP Spirit lives on. Or I guess Na'Vi.
Referring to Lil.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, moving over to Na'Vi.
Yeah.
Is Newbee just not... I feel like Newbee's just not doing normal Newbee things.
I mean, I think they were pretty happy about that last win. I think maybe a little bit of experimentation, but at the same time, like, they got to give some credit to their opponents. Like, they got bodied last game.
Yeah. I mean, it just seems like, I don't know. They do have more team fight this time around, right? They've got a core Sand King. Gives them a lot of team fight. OD, last pick Lycan. Lycan very good against the sniper here. So I can kind of see how it all works. It's just the Weaver was such a weird pickup.
Yeah. In any case, looks like the game. We starting up, fam.
Start up. OD, Lycan, Sand King cores. Yeah. I really like the sniper last pick from Empire. Works really well with a Void, but it looks a whole lot worse if there's going to be a support Weaver on top of you with a Lycan running you down.
They have ways to deal with it, though. Like, they have...
Do they?
Yeah, they've got sleep. They have a lot of disengage. They've got sleep. They have chrono. If they get 4 steps, they'll be okay, too. And Sniper's quite good against a lot of these heroes, like Disruptor, OD. OD notoriously does not like dealing with Sniper, just because as OD you want to get on top of heroes, and Sniper oftentimes doesn't let you do that.
See, I was thinking the core Sand King is going to be a really big issue. Early Blink Dagger, Epicenter Burrow Strike, almost kill Sniper straight up.
I mean, you're not wrong. It kind of works on like all levels.
Yeah. So Empire, this is going to be... Can I describe it as a higher execution lineup?
For Empire? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Void is... I hope Owen's hearing this right now, because I told him the other day, like, I didn't want him to play Void in pubs. But it's just because I didn't want him to play Void in pubs. But I'm okay with the vast majority of people playing Void. Like, the downside...
Did he pick Void?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah, you were asleep.
Owen is a very willful boy.
Yeah, you're not stopping OD Pixel from doing what he wants. The downside of the hero is, like, it's slow. Like, Chrono is, like, a very... Fundamentally, such a good spell, right?
Yeah.
You stop literal time.
That is pretty impressive.
But the downside of it is that the cooldown is huge, and everyone has to stick together. You only get to pop it very so often.
One every 2 minutes, pretty much.
Yeah, doesn't feel very good. Because if you whiff that spell for whatever reason, you're one position. You're not some Tidehunter that doesn't care that he whiffed Ravage.
Yeah.
You're a Void that wants to die because he missed Chrono.
And in this situation, he could just easily have his Chronosphere say he's got one target in mind, and it's not the OD. OD can always just imprison whatever ally, or even the Void himself is getting targeted. So it's not going to be the easiest. There is a little bit of counterplay that Newbee are going to be able to enact here. But they've got really good synergy. They've got the Sleep into Chronosphere, into Ancient Apparition. Ice Blast with a Sniper going pew, 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 pew. A nice wombo combo that could look real sexy in the time to come. In the meanwhile, we are going to have our dual lane matchup against each other. The Weaver support is going to be helping out SCC's OD as he's trying to poke at FN's Sniper over and over again. Yoku is babysitting him on the Naga Siren.
Dude, this Weaver is not having a great time doing this, though. Like, Yoku's hero has a lot of armor. And Ghost Stick at bottom. Like, Ghost Stick for me was the MVP. Like, last game, he just ran in, didn't ever take damage, took some towers, opened up the map for his team.
I mean, he just won his lane so quickly.
Yeah.
And then was able to get the really fast hood, then kind of became unstoppable from there.
For a while, when I first started playing pubs, I thought he was Funnick. You know, I was like, why would this guy name himself Ghostic? Because it, you know, it ends the same way. I was like,
thought it was some weird Moon Brother meme.
yeah. Nice stun, though. KP's not going to be able to get the last hit off either.
So, force the Ancient Apparition out of lane. But
Nice.
Void's definitely going to suffer, right? Sand King versus a Void. Just caustic finale the waves. See KP dragging the creep wave all the way over.
He got Sandstorm. This is like the new meta nowadays. I saw Mind Control do it too at Genting.
Okay. But why?
Because most of the time you won't show up in the lane with the sentry.
Sure.
And it's really annoying as a mid player to like get your career taken as...
3 heroes mid. They've already got the swarm onto Yoku, and FN are going to have to give up on that attempted kill on Faith.
Yeah, Yoku's not dying though.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. You see like the crater on the ground. My computer's not good enough to see that. There was a giant circle on the ground that shows you where it's landing. There's a mid lane. They're going to make another attempt at this.
With the shrapnel going down. Faith dropping very low. Yoku almost gets that last hit in, but SCC barely managed to get the banish out. Faith! Oh! He ran a little bit back into it. First blood picked up for FN on the sniper.
Very nice.
Going on top lane, looks like they're kind of running at KP Sand King. Don't see how they could possibly kill him without some real lucky bashes.
Yeah, but at the same time, very nice for Blood for Empire as they are off to a hot start. They gave the kill to the right player too.
Probably the most important hero, right? Sniper needs a good start.
FN's been such a beast for a really long time. Like he was, when Arteezy was trying to get back into playing 1v1, playing mid, remember on Secret when him and Envy swapped or whatever, he was the person that practiced with the most. And pretty much everyone has high praise for this guy.
KP is dropping.
You are
lower
getting
and lower.
low.
He needs a burrow strike out of this one. Gets a little bit of distance. Moposhka still spots him.
Got
though.
him.
Gets the last hit. What's happening with KP?
That is not the KP that we're used to seeing. So this is not the newbie that we're used to seeing. Or maybe Empire's just playing at a pace that they're not quite used to.
This is twice now that KP has died in lane, and he's usually been such a rock for Newbee. Kaka almost getting caught there.
Yeah, would have died if he got netted.
Dangerous. They can still catch him, but the haste rune, Moposhka can't really do anything about it.
Doesn't lose his clarity, though. Yeah, this level 2 Weaver is just not having the impact that we expected. And at bottom, Ghostic's already level 4. He himself has had a very nice time with that double mango build, 8 HP regen a second. We will round up for you, my friend. So far, so good. And the reason, of course, we talk about this so much is because Newbee is the overwhelming favorite in this. I know there will be that one Empire guy as hold that thought, Moposhka.
Moposhka is going to end up going down here with a swarm on top of him. Tough to deal with.
Yeah. There's that one Empire fan that's going to say, like, Empire's actually...
People have been sleeping on CIS Dota for a while, and I already saw that one.
Yeah. Come on. Like, Empire is good.
Empire is the 3rd best team in CIS, behind Na'Vi and definitely behind VP. So nobody's really expecting them to take one of the world leaders of Dota right now.
Yeah. Guys that just won over Team Liquid 3-2. So they're coming in very hot, but at the same time, Empire, like, they don't seem afraid at all. They're playing very aggressively in all these games. Although it is only a 2-1 lead in this game, so keep it chill.
Yeah,
Nothing too serious happening.
Nyx Assassin chased away again, but honestly, he may not have the CS. He's only 9-3 right now, but he doesn't need the CS. The most important thing, as you kind of already alluded to, is the fact he's getting levels, and we're going to have more creeps pushing into him. Just got to pick up that level 6, and he is online. And I hate Nyx core. Blitz. I think it's so bad. But this is the one game where I saw OD, I saw Weaver, and I was like, maybe it's an okay Nyx game, right? Because you can Vendetta on top of Weaver, pop the Spike Carapace, he can't really get away. Really good versus OD, such a high intelligence hero.
Yeah, they're trying to zone Ghostic out of this, but he already mana burned Faith, so he's not afraid.
Yeah,
the Naga's going to come down too to help out.
Pulled the creeps off the tower. They do have the Lycan Shapeshift that's going to be used here. Yoku's going to try and buy himself some time with the illusions, but they already showed the real one. He's now going to have to ensnare. There goes the stun as well. Nyx is here. He does have a Chronosphere. He's going to throw it down. They do not have a whole lot of damage to get off of this one. Fortunately, the tier 2 is banging on Mugi right now. If they can get a couple bashes, maybe. Underneath the tower shots. Maybe
It's
it's going to
got
be
him.
enough.
No.
He's got a Moogie. No! The Lycan Impulse regen is just far too much. Meanwhile, FN actually did die in the mid lane. Looks like OD managed to pick up that kill.
All right, I forgot that he heals with the Tango for 30 a second. That was absurd. 30, 27.8. That's unbelievable. Still felt very optimistic of a Chrono.
Yeah.
Like Moogie did not try to de-aggro at any point in that. He's just like, run along. High amount of armor on that hero too.
Maybe he just had a lot of faith in his bashes.
Yeah. Is like in the hero that says wolves need no armor?
Probably, yes. Can't imagine another hero that would say that. 2-2, slight lead right now for Newbee. Thanks to Moogie living through that last engagement. KP got a little free farm time. He's about to pick up his level 6. And really could use his blink dagger. They're going to try and go into Nyx here, see if they can get the imprisonment at the last second. Now he's going to have to jump somewhere else. They actually dropped the bomb on him, and that is going to be enough. Really well played by SCC. Great read on exactly the amount of damage needed to be able to bring down that Void.
SCCC OD feels so scary. Every game this guy just dominates with that hero.
Oh, mid lane, pull back here on FN. Faith fully committed though with the TPs coming out from Empire. Newbee certainly going to lose this engagement. Unable to kill the sniper a second time, and in fact losing the disruptor.
Yeah, they're going to need the Nyx Assassin to come online if they're going to do anything. And even with that death, by the way, FN still top of the game in net worth. That'll change though once this Lycan farms up these Ancients.
How is he doing so well with the death? It's pretty crazy.
I mean, he picked up some kills. He had relative free farm.
KP, he was pulling earlier. The Assassinate proc is going to come in. They managed to catch KP a little bit more. Ghost Stick slowed down a bit. Just needs the right click or to be able to land the Impale here. They may have to go for the Impale. KP kind of juking through the trees. Going to go for the Burrow Strike out. Ah! Lost his mana.
Very well done by Ghost Stick. At the same time,
gank.
sleep.
SCC.
Do they have it yet?
They're going to try and help him as he goes for this push and go for the kill on FN. Surprised with the Centaur. Managed to get the stun already. FN is certainly dead. Maposhka nopes right back to the tier 2.
They need sleep if they're going to protect him.
And unfortunately, our Naga Siren just isn't level 6 yet.
Like, every time they want to pop FN, they can.
They are going to try and protect their tower, though. They're going to bring all their heroes out.
They should. This is such an important tower, and they're going to make the move onto this OD, but Ghost Stick is out of mana. Should be careful here. He's starting to get low.
Spike Carapace does a good amount. They don't have the OD ultimate, but they could just right-click him to death with a good glimpse. It is going to cost our Disruptor his life. Faith is going to end up going down. Nyx a little bit too late to be able to TP in here, unable to catch any of the enemy cores of Newbee.
Yeah.
So a fair trade-off, especially, again, going back to KP. He is still pushing out this top lane, as we see Kaka kind of doing the same here with his support Weavers. So they are getting a lot of pressure on these side lanes in a one-for-one trade-off at mid.
They don't have enough lockdown to get both of these sides, and their heroes don't play fast enough. Like, if you're one position Void, you don't really want to use Chrono right there just to kill a Weaver.
Yeah.
Not that he could anyways, I think. I don't know if he does enough damage. And KP is in the school of old 11. Or young. I can't remember if he's young or old anymore.
He's back to old 11, right? I don't know, dude.
11.
11. The guy who throws games sometimes.
The way that he plays offlane, though, is so brilliant.
It is very cool to watch. He is super aggro at times.
Yeah. He just runs at you. He creates so much space for his team, and that's what you got to do on certain heroes. As in mid lane, net up.
Don't think this is shrapnel damage.
Kill
They
it.
don't have
Starting
Ice
to get low.
Blast, but Jesus,
Moogie?
he is actually taking so much damage for all the right clicks coming out. How many? What is the levels on Ancient Apparition? Did he go a high amount of?
Yeah, he went 3 in feet.
Yeah, 3 in feet. Oh, SCC not going to be caught by that Ice Blast. Ghost Stick is still going to try and go for this kill despite KP going here. He managed to get a really good spike Carapace with a double stun as well. With the Riptide on top of the cliff, FN is destroying both of them, and Kaka can do nothing to stop. Are they going to fight this? No, they're going to TP out, make sure FN lives. A little bit scared of the Weaver, understandably.
Ghost
Empire
Stick
with a huge win there.
That was boss.
That was such a good spike Carapace.
Yeah.
Gets it on the Burrow Strike as well as the Imprisonment comeback.
They're just playing very well right now. Boogie did not expect to die there, as evidenced by the fact that we were all surprised that he died
Yeah.
as well as Boogie. Boogie was like, I'll be fine. Like, SCCC can always astral me. Then it just never came, and shrapnel plus cold feet.
He got some real headshot procs, too, that slowed down Boogie quite a bit.
Yeah, I figured no matter what, they would be able to save him.
Yeah. 5-8. Newbee still holding a gold lead here, but very minimal one.
It's on the back of their tower that they've taken, of course.
Yeah, with all their side lanes constantly pushing in. So Empire, they definitely needed that win in the mid lane because they've just been getting split pushed far too much.
Still, we've seen what this OD can do, even from a deficit. Just cast at the grand finals.
Newbee are pretty grouped up here. 4-man in mid. Empire is trying to wrap through the jungle area, see if they can catch somebody here. Kaka's going to be able to scout a lot of this out. They're actually going to drop a ward, get a glimpse back on Miposhka.
He does drop the ult.
He's still trying to fight this one. Kaka did have his ultimate. Spike Carapace actually didn't hit in time. Kaka already got the damage on Ghostic before that one. Should be able to get away with another Shukuchi.
Yeah, even going to earn himself.
Man, he's got a lot of farm. All that time in his side lane. I mean, I guess when you don't have to get boots, it's much faster earned medallion, but still.
They're making their play on bottom, though. Bottom?
They certainly are. Void's
lane?
going to have to jump himself away a little bit farther. Gets the glimpse back, though. Locks him down with Static Storm. And nothing really being gained for Empire in the meanwhile. Man, Kaka's support Weaver, it's kind of cool how aggressive he can be.
He's playing it like a bounty hunter.
Yeah, except for bounty hunter just will die all the time. This guy with Shukuchi gets away so fast.
Yeah, they're ping. They want this fight. They're going to run into SCCC. This might be a kill for them,
actually.
actually.
OD so quickly with the sun already out with the cold feet and Ice Blast. They blow him up. Now Miposhka is going to be in trouble as the Weaver comes in from behind, trying to finish him off. Stunned up a little bit longer. The Lycan is here as well. Yoku may just have to be able to stop this one with a sleep. They actually send back the Void, and Yoku is going to be forced into sleep.
Yeah. Pops are trying to. They want to see if they can get something out of this. Is Mugi. His ulti is over, but they will just completely disengage. Everything is fine.
Kinetic Field blocking out any pursuit from Empire.
Another kill onto the OD, though. And that was a big one. SCCC trying to make his way upwards. Did not expect everyone from Empire to be hiding in the trees right there.
Yeah.
Still, they were able to grab the mid tower. Very nicely done.
We've seen no real successful Chronos so far, and that could have been one if they had actually set up for the sleep and he didn't get glimpsed back.
Yeah, that's the downside of Void is you're so chrono dependent to fight. A lot of these other heroes, I mean, Lycan, he's still going to be effective because he can push. And when he does pop his ult, you know there's a kill happening.
And it's not like time dilation is effective versus the Lycan either when he pops his ultimate, so there's a lot of things about this Void that will not be too strong. Against Newbee's lineup, we're already seeing the struggles. Ice Blast, checking out the Roche Pit, making sure that Newbee aren't trying to sneak that one with a Weaver and a Lycan. You could see how that physical damage and minus armor could add up pretty easily. FN, they're trying to catch him. Blink forward, KP. Hoping to be able to spot FN into a glimpse back, but they are really forcing that play hard. He didn't get punished for it, though.
It's hard. The punish play is the Void.
Yeah.
The Void is at bottom lane right now.
Hard to have your catch and your punish also being your primary carry and farmer split pushing all these waves all the time.
Yeah, SCCC pinging her out. He's afraid of the Nyx. Like at all times you can see.
Yeah.
He always spams like Nyx missing. He wants sentries everywhere right now. He understands that if he gets jumped on with the AA Ice Blast, he's his own save. But Newbee are going to grab a free tier 2 tower up atop, furthering their map control. They've taken the mid one too, so they can sit on top of this hill with no reprisals. FN gets glimpsed back.
Glimpse on FN with the Kinetic Field, Static Storm. They're going to throw everything they have at this sniper, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough. The supports just dump a little bit too far ahead of their cores.
Should have definitely been a kill.
They either needed to have the Weaver there a little bit sooner, or they needed to wait for one of their cores to be able to get there.
Yeah. You can see, though, that there's some trepidation Like the cores don't want to immediately go in. SCCC doesn't know where the Nyx or the Void is, so he doesn't immediately want to take that fight. And Glimpse has already been used, so there's no save play.
Yeah. He's trying to get a Blink Dagger. That'll make things a lot easier for him to sit farther back and still be able to jump forward when the time is right. But a smoke play here from Empire. Ghostic leading the way with his Vendetta.
Oh, if they could find the Lycan.
That would be a huge kill. Lycan is going to be spotted here. They need to be able to get some nice chain stunning off this one. They don't want to have to... Oh, missing out the Impale. They're going to have to throw down that ultimate, but it looks like they've got him. Too much burst damage coming too quickly. They do manage to get the pull back here with the Epicenter, but there goes the Chronosphere, stopping that Epicenter entirely. Maybe forced out an ultimate, but as long as Empire get out of here, it'd be a fair trade-off. A Naga Siren for a Lycan. Well worth it for Empire. And yep, they will be able to get away. No catch here from Newbee.
We further see kind of like the downsides, though, of Void core.
Yeah.
It's like it wasn't really the Void that was the reason they got that kill, right?
No.
They were able to disengage, but it's still awkward because if you pop that Chrono and you haven't already dealt the damage, like you just have to run. It's like a defensive Chrono at that point. And now there's this long period of time where Empire can't take a fight, and Newbee should be aware of this. Try to take objectives.
They gonna go for Roshan here?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, they don't have Shapeshift at the same time.
Downside, though, is Sleep. Sleep is always the counter to Roshan teams.
And Ice Blast.
Yeah.
Ooh, it is rough to take Rosh. Still going to try it, though. Or at least thinking about it.
I think Chrono is like the best spell right now. And if you scout out far enough, then you'll be okay, which is what Kaka's doing right here.
Yeah. Very smart. It's going to shove away Maposhka and even get the pick off on him.
This will secure it. That's really cool how they're using the Weaver Disruptor combo, though.
Yeah.
The bugs always give you the vision so they can get the drag back.
Yep. Empire's still going to go for the contest, maybe? They're wrapping around. They are going to be able to catch Kaka. He's forced to use his ultimate. Big downside of this Naga Siren support, and Rosh will end up falling. Empire just having too many heroes in their way. In fact, they may have just caught Ghostic here, managed to get a good spike carapace, covered up by the Shrapnel as well, but now SEC is here. He's blinked forward. Here comes Mookie as well, locked inside the kinetic field. Ghostic, feel the wrath of the Wolf. Looking to be able to track down more, though. TP out from FN. He should be good. Yoku's in a little bit of trouble here, and they've actually spotted the Void. He does have a TP, though.
They've got
Blitz. And Static Storm. It's actually back up, so they're going to be able to kill him. The sleep goes down. The TP out. Completed. It is. Nyx managed to get away. Good save there from Yoku. Sticking around for his carry.
Very nicely done. But I don't want to harp on it too much. We still haven't felt like this impact. As in both games so far, it's when the one position hasn't been able to contribute to these engagements.
Yep.
That it feels like the team is behind. And right now, you have all of this net worth built on this Void, 8,700. And the question is, like, when are you going to feel the impact of that hero? You definitely feel the impact of this Lycan right now when he just runs at you with the Necro 3. Yep. Everyone's on full retreat mode.
He's taking towers, taking Roshan. Gotten a couple kills as well. And he's a great frontliner for this OD. They have a lot of great frontliners for this OD. The Sand King, the Weaver support being so far out there. Usually attracting a lot of attention. They just kind of take over the Dire offlane jungle and push for one of the last remaining outer towers, his bottom tier 2. I'm sure it won't be too long until we see them go for a tier 2 mid as well. Newbee, what an interesting wrap here. While it's nighttime, they're going to sneak between the tier 2 and tier 3 mid, head into the jungle here. And they are going to catch one. It's going to be Ghostic, brought back by the Glimpse. No way he can make it through here. KP throwing down the Epicenter, maybe expecting that more of Empire would contest for that one. But in the meanwhile, they were actually already TPing bottom lane and killing the Lycan. They managed to get a Chronosphere on him with a sniper outside, making it a nice duo.
Moogie does not feel like he's on the same page as his team today.
No.
If you're going to go for that play and you have to immediately run.
As soon as they jump Ghostic, right? Yeah.
Even before. Like, as soon as the Glimpse goes, you got to get out of there. But
yeah,
there's that bait play where you can make the enemy team assume. But that is, like, the next level to continue to stay there.
Yeah. So it's a very finicky timing. He sticks around long enough to make the team think, oh, there's 4 people behind a Lycan while they're sneaking into the jungle. But not enough to overextend yourself. And get
There's no
caught.
Chrono now, though.
And as a result, Newbee are kind of pushing into this tier 2 without their Lycan, without their Disruptor too. It's curious. They could get caught as 3 here. Ghost is going to find the initiation. Ice Blast coming in. Blows up Kaka. No, he actually managed to get off the Time Walk. Still stunned up by the Spike Carapace. Kaka managed to get himself away. A hit from Nyx brings him down, though. That was not nearly the fight that I was hoping for Empire there, being able to catch 3, and they're still going to run into 4, and they've already caught the Void. They managed to get the Static Storm out. The Sleep goes down, though, in time. Nyx is able to get himself away, undoes a lot of that damage, but they don't really have the follow-up here. Impale only managed to get on 1, but it's so much damage coming out from that Miposhka plus FN with the Lightning Prize going out from that Maelstrom. They're now focusing on the Lycan. A stun comes out from KP. SCC already coming back, focusing now on FN with the help of the Necronomicons. They'll be able to bring him down, see if he can take all these supports with him. He's going to come back. KP has a Burrow Strike in a second here. Can he save his ally? He's going to be able to get a core on a 2. SCC managed to get 1. Force Staff a little farther away. Ghostic trying to go for it. Out of mana, though. Another imprisonment save. KP will have another Burrow Strike, and it looks like Yoku and Ghostic have to give up on that core kill and going to be chased away by the Sand King. SCC stands his ground on life number 2 and wins against Team Empire.
Very close fight, though. Empire made that very scrappy.
What was that damage, man? He only hit 1 with the Impale, but then it felt like they just unloaded on the OD on that first life.
Yeah. That Nyx got 4 mana burns off. That is a large amount of mana burns. Ghostic, his score might not reflect it, but he's had a very nice game when it comes to this DPS and his positioning. If he gets the triple Impale there, I think the fight's a little bit easier.
Sure.
But very nice sleep to save the rest of his team.
Yeah, Yoku, he's done great. Positioning-wise, we were really praising his offlane. We're talking about how he wanted to play core. Now in the support position, both Game 1 and his Bounty Hunter play really good at being able to scout out Newbee. Here, Yoku, being the saving grace this time around, has to play a little bit more passive, and is doing so beautifully. Yeah.
Now is where the Void starts to become a lot more useful. So there's this period where he felt very weak, but once he starts to collect these items and you get more and more closer to this like 6-slot Void, then you become very strong because you're the anti-core at this point.
Yeah.
The point where you have this like new Battle Fury build, like in the past, Void felt a lot faster because you went this Diffusal Manta, very cheap, damage-efficient build, where you get like Vlad's Diffusal Manta, stuff like that. But nowadays, people are getting this Battle Fury, which doesn't give you attack speed. It allows you to farm, but your team fight is very mediocre as a result. But once you start to pick up those items as a result of the Battle Fury, that's when we begin to see the strength of the hero again.
Yeah. The BKB is certainly going to help him out, right? As he drops Chronosphere, he doesn't have to worry about being the one being imprisoned. Can't really be bursted down by Newbee as easily. In fact, they only have 1 big stun. That's going to be Burrow Strike. The rest of his other types of control, like the Imprisonment and the Static Storm.
They want to kill this OD more than anything. That's where all the damage is coming from. They don't have enough control for this guy either. It feels like they can always deal with the Lycan, because they've got Net. Net is excellent.
Yeah.
Which is why Mugi's not going for BKB. I think he's learned from Matama Man. Remember that game where he was Lifestealer? Every time Matama Man would pop Rage, they would just sleep plus net him, lock him down 1v5. This game, it feels like he doesn't. You don't want to be in the situation where you're the only one popping BKB and the rest of your team
is all invulnerable. The enemy team just focuses the 1 BKB hero, right?
At the same time, it feels like this OD needs one because of the mana burn.
Yeah. It is quite the conundrum here for Newbee. Empire's looking good, though. Still technically down in net worth. Newbee are up a little bit. Most of that is because of towers, right? They're barely up by over 1K.
They still
they have like 4 more towers than Empire.
They've got almost all their tier 1s. They got 2 of their tier 1s out of 3.
Yeah. And we just took our 6th tower.
Yeah.
For Newbee.
6-2.
Kill score is even, though, 15-15. But Void and Sniper, both pretty far up there in the net worth right now.
Manta Lycan, Dota's wild.
So it gets rid of time dilation, net, cold feet. There's a lot of things he gets rid of here.
Mm-hmm.
What a weird... Why with that as opposed to... What's another... I guess there's nothing really that you would go to get out of Ensnare.
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh.
Nice. That was perfect timing there from Ghostic. The FBI Splash coming in right before the time walk. Oh, no, he got it up again. Fortunately, they're still going to be able to get him. They managed to get a stun out.
The timing on that stun. Right as he started his Ghost Walk. Or his Shikuchi.
So a 16th kill now for Empire. Still struggling to get kills and translate that into objectives, but they still have damn good late game, as you were talking about with this Void. Getting scarier and scarier every minute.
Ags, though, picked up on Weaver.
I like that.
He really needs that. It's going to be the chrono counter.
How's the range on that Axe?
It's okay.
I was just thinking, like, is it possible that maybe he can't reach somebody in Chronosphere?
Nah, he'll be all right.
All right.
They know KP is up there.
Yeah, KP's just playing the split push game. Empire struggle to be able to push out waves and hit towers. KP's taking full advantage of that right now. I think that smoke thing that you're talking about with shrapnel, I think that's new. I don't think that was your computer thing, by the way.
Yeah? The ring that
Yeah.
shows like very clearly where shrapnel's being laid down?
Yeah.
All right.
I like that too, because shrapnel is really annoying to see.
Awesome.
Cool stuff. Time walk range, that'll really help close the distance now that he's level 20. Be able to get to that back line. Catch the OD. A bunch of bings. Newbee are going to make their way into the jungle here. Looks like they're going to be heading into the Ancient Apparition, but they back away. A little bit scared.
Newbee's really afraid right now, taking a bad fight.
Yeah.
They want to wait on the BKB from OD, but I don't even know if that's like the game winner for you. As Ghostic, he sees SCCC right now. He wants to wait for him.
This could be big.
He needs another
no.
teammate to get closer.
Unfortunately,
him.
Yeah, he couldn't go faster, right? Because his team is a little bit too far away, so.
Yeah, even if you ice blast him there, he won't die.
Yeah. And since you haven't taken any towers, that would be pretty rapid response from Newbee.
This would be the sickest Roche attempt ever if they actually got it off.
That would be pretty crazy.
Like that would, Newbee really needs this one. They're gonna scan though, successfully.
They got a successful scan on that. Oh dear.
They need Lycan to come back right now.
They certainly do. Lycan already TPing onto the shrine. KP's dealing with the illusions right now. Ghostic is spotting a lot of these heroes on the high ground. A blink in from KP, revealing a lot of these heroes trapped in by the snare. Does have a Cyclone. See if he can bro strike out. Locked in by the impale, but a Weaver save actually. KP, he can still get out. He bro strikes out of the pit. Now the heroes stuck are forced to pop BKB underneath the kinetic field static storm. They're turning and fighting. Mugi is going straight for Ghostic, and FN doesn't really have a choice. He has to run himself away with the help of Nyx, but he's going to be pulled right back in with a glimpse. KP instantly
he's not
stuns
in
him,
range.
and SCC just drops the bomb. Yoku was not close enough with the sleep to be able to save him, and this time it's Newbee. We're going to go straight into the Roshan pit. Ah, thank you very much. That's a 2k HP Roshan, which we will gladly take.
KP gets saved
What a
by the
save.
Weaver Ags, and that saves the fight for them. Unbelievable, and they really needed more spells to be dropped there.
Yeah.
Once the glimpse came on, Yoku is so far away. There's absolutely nothing he could do for him.
So it goes from the sickest Roshan attempt to the worst.
Oh, that was
Empire, real
by far the
quickly.
worst. Once they, the thing is, they threw the bugs in there, so they didn't know, and Empire's like, oh, that's them checking, and then Newbee has the game sense to immediately throw down the ping at the same time at the edge of it, and that's what catches them.
Oh, they are going to be able to get the Void. Nice catch. Okay, never mind. Wasn't quite enough. They didn't have the burst damage. Ghostic, he's trying to catch these heroes. Newbee dove in real deep, and as a result, are going to be losing out on rejections here. Nice double stun. FN on the high ground.
Got the
He's going to
chrono.
lay down. The Chronosphere instantly goes for the OT. Ignores the other ones, but he's been cycloned up. Dodges the Burrow Strike, but he's gotten no real damage out of that one. Now Lycan has popped his ultimate, going for the backlines on Yoku. Disruptor drops his ultimate with BKB. Pop by Void. He's going to go for Kaka instead. Tries to get a bash. Unable to. OD's going to pop back out. They're going to try and get a stun onto him. Ghostic was unable to get off the spike carapace there because of KP. He interrupts it just in time, getting the Burrow Strike off, allowing OD be able to get himself away. Nyx slows him down with a time dilation. They turn, trying to burst him real quickly. Nyx is running low. He doesn't have the mana to be able to jump himself away. He's dead. Newbee turned it fast, and now with the core Void down for 75 seconds, they can go again. They can go high ground again, and Empire are going to be left with only the sniper to be able to defend.
Yeah, he still has the Aegis available. He feels very strong at this point. And it felt like Nyx was a little bit out of sorts with his team, because his team was hitting the two heroes that got caught by the Nyx stun. whereas the Void opted to go for SCCC.
It seemed like such an unnecessary. Oh, jump in from KP here. Backline, BKB. Pop by SCC as Kaka saves KP once again. With the time lapse, they're going to have to back themselves away, though. Good hold from Empire. So far, it's just a lot of wasted ammunition, but Mugi is going for this top lane. He already taken that tier 3. Now, as they address him, Epicenter is going to be popped by KP, controlled up by Ghostic, is going to be able to get the follow-up stun executed by the assassinate from FN, but still objectives are beginning to fall. Mugi's focusing on that melee racks right now with the Wolves. Meanwhile, this OD was hitting on the tier 3. He's now going to join the fight, blinking himself up to top lane, gets a bunch of intel stolen onto Yoku. 1, 2, 3, not going to be enough. Pull back with a glimpse. They're going to be able to catch Ghostic instead. He gets a spike carapace, but his doom is ensured. Newbee keep on going for objectives. They keep on pressuring. They are going to have FN umming up in a second, but Mahoshka is already dead. They need to be able to get this Void here. He's got the Chronosphere as well. Can they catch the OD? He's going to go for the blink out, stop by the shrapnel, unable to get himself away. That's going to be life number 1. Where is this Void? What is he going to be doing here in this fight? Tries to go forward, goes for the Chronosphere, gets OD. FN pops that Mask of Madness, trying to focus him down as quick as they can. They need to be able to get a bash. No! The time lapse goes off once again, and SCC at half HP can turn and fight. Nyx's Chronosphere is rendered useless by the support Weaver, and now another lane of racks is rapidly falling. Mugi's trying to get that one. Nyx keeps on going for it. The ensnare, maybe they get a good bash. Imprisonment comes out. SCC pops the BKB, trying to run himself away from Nyx, but he wants Mugi. He needs that kill so badly. The man to pop, but doesn't have the movement speed to be able to get himself away, so it's only going to be SCC who managed to get himself out of that fight, but what a huge win as they take 2 lanes of racks and they're now up by 11,000 gold.
Unbelievable fight, team fighting from Newbee. The amount of times that Weaver Ags has been useful this game, well worth the cost at this point. Saves KP twice, once at the Roche fight to secure that one, and the high ground attempt saves him, completely nullifies the Faceless Void ult.
And we're beginning to see what we were kind of hyping out about Newbee was their team fight and how well they execute that with Kanka on the support Weaver with the Aghanim Scepter, seemingly trumping every bit of plays from Empire time after time. It allows KP to be able to just jump in with the Burrow Strike so often. It counters the Chronosphere. I'm not sure, but Empire may just have to find a way to deal with him. They tried to catch him there. Ghostic got greedy, though. Tried to go for the hit into the stun, misses the stun as a result.
Assassinated right now.
Assassinate with the urn. Oh, he time-lapsed himself back out, but the ensnare is there. KP, 4 staff, a little bit farther away. They also have the imprisonment ready to go, so they're going to save the Weaver for now. Static Storm. They do get Nyx far enough back with the sleep going down. SCC with his BKB is still going to keep on pushing forward. Actually drops the hammer there on 3, tanking all of their mana. Ghost is completely out, and he's already dead with KP catching 2 as well. Goes for the back line. Maposhka dropping lower. Looks like he's going to be dying as the Caustic Finale is going to be able to finish him off, but Yoku is going to be able to escape off of a TP away. Barely. SCC tried to catch him still. Will it really matter? There's 2 down. Empire going to try and hold their last lane of racks with only 3 members alive.
Yeah, Newbee pushing forward at this point. Understand that even with the Chrono available, if they've got the Weaver Ags and Kaka doesn't get caught out, they are always going to be able to get the save. They smoke for this just to get there a little bit sooner. 2 heroes dead on the side of Empire.
So OD on one side, Weaver on the other, as long as you don't catch them both. Tier 3 already dead.
Yeah. And you're seeing that's the problem with this Void, is it feels like so many things counter him. And he's so ult dependent, and when there's multiple ways to counter that ult, feels even worse at this point. And now you've got a Disruptor Ags at the same time.
Oh.
So double Ags on the supports. And they're very useful this game. It's not often that you see a Weaver Ags have this much value in it, but this game paid off quite a bit as now Newbee take a 12k gold lead, reminding us all why they are such a good team in the first place.
It was kind of crazy how much space they gave to Kaka.
Yeah.
Right, when he picked up that Urn Medallion, I remember him just like pushing out bottom lane while KP was pushing out top.
Items flooding in. Mugi finishes that AC. This Weaver has tremendous amounts of farm. Solar Crest, very good item against all of Empire's heroes, although I think MKB was just picked up by the sniper. There's no way that the Faceless Void has one.
So even if they do get the Chronosphere, we're still going to have issues with all this upgrade in armor for Newbee here. They cannot afford to be initiated on either, right? If we get KP jump in with a Burst Strike, there's going to be Faith following him right up with that Static Storm. Ghostic trying to stay on the front lines here, scouting things out as best he can. They're going to start pushing forward here. Like it's going to pop his shapeshift and start going for the buildings at bottom lane. Ghosted completely with stun there. Gets the force staff back to his base, but is going to get glimpsed right back into the static storm. And now the focus of KP. Meanwhile, the course are just going to go for the base. Lycan's trying to take it out right now. They need to move the Naga Siren. Oh, to be able to stop this one. The backs, it's at no HP whatsoever. It's just going to be taken out by the Necronomicon. They pop Glyph one more time. Maybe kill the wolf. Stays alive. No, it ends up falling anyway. The Chronosphere locking down 2, but they've got no damage really behind it. They're trying to focus on a Disruptor right now and can't even kill him thanks to the Solar Crest right now. Looks like KP on the back line is going to be caught as he tries to go into the Burrow Strike, but at the end of the day, Newbee are still 4 up with Mega Creeps on their side and good control of Empire's base.
Yeah, and another save from Kaka on a Faith. Doesn't feel like this Chrono's giving them any value anymore. A lot of these ults just being used defensively at this point as SCCC pushes forward. Does not fear anything. Ghost Stick does jump on top of him. Where's the damage, though? Kaka starting to get a little bit low. The glimpse back.
Oh, that bash just in time. SCC turns and fights, though, with his Shivas. Drops the bomb. Oh, there's going to be a Nyx Assassin. No mana whatsoever on the board
Kaka
either, so Nyx has to run away. Kaka wants to finish out the game. It's a dieback for him. Newbee, slow your roll there, boys. You may have got Mega Creeps. The game's not over just yet. Shapeshift is going to be popped here. They need big-time badge. Oh, that's not the imprisonment. Oh, no, SCC, what did you just do? He's now going to be stuck inside the base. He's going to
he's going to
go ahead and just kill everyone.
No, he's going to kill everyone.
No, he's just going to take the whole entire team. Cool.
Remember this guy's name.
SCCC going to be chased by FN and Nyx here. He's time dilated right now, so slow down a bit. A little bit more poking action, but he's going to pop his BKB. Should be able to blink out whenever he wants. Another buyback used by Empire, and they are going to be calling it. They're not going to try and hold like Manesti did in Game 2. I don't think it's a wise choice. I don't see how they would be able to win this late game.
Really different situations. In that one, of course, they had the OD themselves and very good heroes to support that.
Yeah.
On top of the Gyrocopter. This time around, not the same, but I think this is a very disappointing loss for Empire. That Roshan fight, I think Newbee just read that so well. It was the bugs. For most teams, it'd just be like, okay, we threw bugs in there. No one's in there. That's fine. Seconds later, like 3 or 4 seconds later, they immediately throw down the ping. They're like, no, they've got to be there. We know they're there.
It was a sneaky attempt, but for me, I just didn't feel like it was worth the attempt for Empire. It just seemed like unnecessary. I thought we were pretty happy with where Empire was. They were slightly losing the game and everything, but at the end of the day, high ground was still going to be a bitch for Newbee to overcome against the Sniper Void. I thought we were all good, but you have a Roshan fight like that, and it just gives a free pass to Newbee.
Yeah. I think they felt like it was a free attempt because of when the bugs go in, they think to themselves like, okay, logically, no team's going to like triple check this, right? Like seconds after that. We'll take this pretty quickly. They have the heroes for it. But Newbee, very good game sense, read that situation perfectly. At the same time, I think Empire felt a little bit pressured. There was a lot of team fight on the side of Newbee.
It certainly was. Newbee, support Weaver. You think it's back?
And Kaka was excellent on that thing.
He was a beast.
It hard countered that Void.
Absolutely. I mean, they played so well around it as well, right? We talked about how much farm they managed to give Kaka at the start of the game. He was constantly going at it, trying to get to the back line to deal with that sniper. It felt like the sniper, he was never safe. A Blink Dagger OT, a Weaver on top of him, a Lycan running at him all the time. It seemed like a rough game for Sniper. Poor guy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's going to be it for Game 2. We're going to go for a Game 3 here, boys and girls. We're going to go take a quick break, be back with the panel, and then Game 3. 1, 2, 3, drop.
Yeah, Newbee tying the series against Empire 1-1. And it wasn't really a very convincing start. Definitely a very convincing ending, though. And somewhere along the way, obviously, the Roche fight. But let's start at the beginning, because we were sitting watching the game, and we were seeing some questionable moves by KP. That's where I want to start off, Lumi.
He definitely had a hard time. He definitely had, I mean, it's pretty clear that he had some mistakes that he did that it's very uncharacteristic. We're not used to seeing that. He got solo killed by the AA when he was trying to like pull the wave back. Some small mistakes, and then in the mid, there's like SCCC's like running into a corner, and KP's like, I'm coming with you, buddy. We're both going down in this ship.
I don't know why he ran up into that corner. He didn't have a force staff or anything.
It was a bit curious. They definitely started to get it together though.
Yeah.
KP once he started getting his blink, it was still an okay timing that he got the blink off. It seemed, and overall it felt like they did have a more comfortable draft though. They felt like they're like, oh, we actually have catch. We have better ways to actually team fight, and it started to become more and more in fruition. But Kaka on this support Weaver, he actually had a very, very high impact. He was really farmed, scouting out, making moves, baiting plays.
And he had his
Impressive.
Aghanim Scepter fairly fast as well, I felt.
That was more of a team decision. They kind of gave him a ton of space. He was just kind of pushing out, farming the bot wave. And as soon as I saw a point booster on the Weaver, I was like, well, this Void's not going to do anything. And that's... I mean, I know Will was sipping that haterade. Like, I know Void's like not as bad as he seemed, but this game he looked really bad simply because there was 2 counters, right? It's Astral Disrupt, and then you got the Weaver. So
yeah, I think that's actually, it makes that hero so hard to play. I always like when you have Void and you have, if you're gonna have a save on Void, you have to have lots of things to throw into it. This one, it felt like the sniper could, but mostly it was just like the AA. But I feel like the Lycan pick was actually the most devastating thing for me, because this sniper, he shows up and this Lycan just like beelines to him in the backlines every time. I actually really liked the Lycan last pick for that, and also just, of course, for taking all those towers, because I felt that's where Newbee started to get their advantage coming out.
yeah, Lycan as a pick really poses a lot of issues for your backline, because standard single target disables, like in the snare, just doesn't work, right? There's 5 other things running at you.
Yeah.
So, and of course you don't want to spend your chrono just for the summons and stuff. So
They had some neat combo too with the Weaver Disruptor with the Swarm getting vision for the glimpses, and then the Wolves, of course, scouting out for glimpse. They did have a lot more ways to catch this game, and I felt
The
that
vision
was
for the Hurricane Pike as
big
well.
for success. Yeah, exactly.
That worked out really well. Something that didn't really work out very well was FN Sniper, actually.
I think
seemed to
Lycan was a big
struggle.
part of it.
Yeah?
Like he
Lycan
can
makes it hard.
position. If let's say like it was a PL instead, where PL without Blink Dagger couldn't get to the back line, you have Naga and Void tanking it up in the front for you. You drop a chrono and Sniper just do whatever he wants. I think that's kind of how the draft was drawn up, and then that pesky last Lycan pick.
Yeah.
Was it also the game didn't last long enough, perhaps, for Sniper to do as much as he wanted to do?
Yeah, perhaps, and I think that's, I mean, you can also address that one as like the Lycan, right? Because the Lycan did end the game. He took all the buildings. He puts you on this like back foot always when you're playing Sniper, which makes it a lot harder.
Yeah, and every time Empire did win a fight, they weren't able to get anything off the back of it, which was the lack of push, I guess, which is something that Newbee does have. Every time they were able to take a fight, they took towers, multiples.
Yeah, a lot of, this is, I don't know, it's weird, because this is why I still feel like this Nyx offlane just doesn't feel that great. Sure, Ghostic actually had a pretty okay game. He was getting some pickoffs and stuff, but I feel like that it doesn't suit the role for some reason. It doesn't feel like you can actually, like look, he's an offlaner, he's got Arcanes, Midas, Force Staff. Like, you want your offlaner to have like this huge impact of like this fighting aspect, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm sipping the haterade on Nyx.
Well, you said already at the start, even though your microphone was muted at the time, but you said you didn't like Nyx as an offlane already then. So
I thought that was probably the best game, one of the better games for it, because of the Weaver and the OD interaction that we talked about, and just OD in the mid game. Those mana burns. Look at his hero damage.
Yeah, it's
it is
insane.
still pretty substantial.
Yeah.
But yeah, he just doesn't provide you that team fight aspect. He doesn't take control of farm.
He doesn't do that much extra compared to if he was a 4 position, perhaps, as well?
Yeah, because you want to be able to take more farm as this off-laning role, but Nyx doesn't want to do that because he doesn't want to be shown on the map so much, so he's always Vendetta'd, so you need your 4 hero to really take up that space. So
Naga could have.
Naga could have. I didn't want to I didn't want to hate on Yoku because he had some amazing sleeps that game though, and I don't know like what he could have really gone to help them. Maybe that Aghanims that we've seen Kaka do in the past, just to reset the fights and heal them up.
Yeah.
But
that's not the way they used it though. And I don't think they could have re-engaged after the songs most of the times, because it was just used, as you said, as an escape mechanism rather than anything else. So even if they had the reset opportunity with extra heals, I'm not sure if it would have worked out for them.
Yeah, I don't know.
A lot of ifs but maybes perhaps on the side of Empire. Definitely a game that they look back on and it was just not right. Like, is it something that that you feel like could be fixed with drafting, or is it a play issue?
I think this one is also, again, a little bit of the draft. I think, though, Newbee did outplay them a bit. I think the biggest one was that Roche, right? Empire was in an okay spot. They were looking all right. They were really dependent on this Void Chronosphere to be, like, perfect, but they go for this Roche. They lose that, and then they're versus OD with BKB and with Aegis and the save from Weaver, as you were mentioning. So it's like there's just so many different aspects they had to deal with that Chronosphere, where it's like that game, the pressure on that Void is so hard.
Yeah, we can take a look back in the game and go all the way back to the beginning. Actually, I believe we have a clip of the first blood. No, this is I think this might be the fight you're talking about. It's 21 minutes in.
Well, this is one of the ones. This was actually the time lapse gets off, and this is where like the sleep gets re-engaged in a moment. But this is where they have the Aegis already on OD. Yeah. So this was the first after the first Roche that they get. So what looks like would be a great fight for Empire actually gets turned around on just because of that OD Aegis. Then this is where KP started to play much better. He got some really clutch stuns saving SCCC here.
I was actually surprised that Newbee decided to take the fight because they lost the Weaver, which was their big counterplay.
Yeah.
But the KP was landing, I think, 2 to 3 multiple men ravages, essentially. Yeah.
Look how patient KP is. He's all the way in the top right here of your screen. He's just waiting. The rest of his team is dying, but he's like, priority is wait until that OD respawns.
No!
And then that's when he can come in and save them.
And that's how they won the game. That's
how they won the game. And it was really that Aegis that made all the difference, because without the Aegis, they would have, they'd taken down SCCC already, and that fight would have just been so much easier. I mean, that's always the case, I guess, with an Aegis, but it could have made all the difference. And that was, again, going back on the scan that happened at the right time. And all these little factors basically stacking up, making Empire lose the game. But they have another chance.
At least you got game 3.
Game 3, indeed. Yeah. They have the chance of making a comeback and still have a chance of making it to the upper bracket. We already have Mineski sitting and waiting in that upper bracket for their opponent. And that's going to be the winner of this one. It's going to be later today, though. First, we're going to have, indeed, that Game 3. Newbee and Empire. Which one of these two teams will have a chance on playing for basically immunity from elimination Saturday, because you make it straight to the playoff.
Yeah. And it does seem like Empire is, they are switching around with their roles, right?
Nyx was in the mid
Nyx
first.
was playing carry this time around, and FN went back to that mid role.
Yeah.
So maybe it's not so clear. So maybe he's just a Tinker player.
Maybe he's just a Tinker player. Do you feel like did he deliver? Was it a hero that was causing him troubles? But the way he played was fine, or was it a little bit of both? Because obviously we're also here to evaluate Nyx, who is basically making his first appearance with Team Empire. He's yesterday been dropped from M19 from his former team and is now a free agent. So who knows? Maybe Empire is looking to pick him up permanently if he does well.
Yeah,
here.
I think we said it right. It seemed like it was a pretty hard Void game.
Very
as soon
hard
as
game.
that Aghanims comes out on the Weaver. There's already Astral. There's a lot of different ways to like lock him down and silences for that Void. So it was really hard to play against that. And I actually thought he got mana burned a lot. Well, by the OD just hitting him over and over again in a lot of those fights. So it did just feel like a really hard Void game for him.
It made Time Walk not as reliable as usual as an escape spell. But that's kind of what I was talking about earlier when you asked me how is Nyx as a carry player. Like, we saw him in Adversity. Do you think this Chrono was good? Like, it was a tough game where he needed to hit like 3 to 4 man Chrono. And I think Newbee was positioned too well for that. So
there was a lot of pressure, but his Tinker looked good. His Void. I'm not a huge fan of safe lane Void either.
And as you said, there were a lot of factors that made it extra tricky for him to play this this Void in this game. We have another moment for you, another clip for you to break down. And Fogg, if you could talk us through this moment. This is the Roche.
This is the second Roche, yes. So this is where the clutch scan comes out. They don't have the BKB yet on the OD, but Newbee in a really good position here. This is where the clutch time lapse actually saves KP. KP just runs in. This is definitely like Kaka's call. He's like, just go in, I can save you. Go in, I can save you. KP gets the Yules off. We see the Weaver running in, just getting into range, gets the time lapse off. KP ends up saving this. All of Empire is focused. You see FN pops his BKB. They're all focused on trying to get this sanking. Who gets out? And then they're just on escape mode. Yeah. They're trying to get the hell out of the fight, basically. Both their BKBs are popped, and then that's when Newbee comes in, Mugi comes in from the side, and SCCC gets ready to blink in aggressively.
Yeah, and the glimpse back. I mean, there's really no way also for Yoku to save him here at this point. The range of Song, I mean, that's where it hurts. You know, that's.
I wonder if you could use the short range of Song as an advantage, right? So use Song actually the back line, and let your teammate kill whoever is in the front line, because that felt like that's what Newbee's going for.
I guess, I mean, you can.
But then you have to like blink. You mean blinking forward?
Yeah, you just blink your Naga in and Song. That might be
first
like
has to get a
too-
Blink Dagger, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, we have all the vision, so we know where the back line
Yeah.
is. So
Yeah.
Weaver could time lapse from any direction.
They had a really good angle of approach there from Newbee. That was the big one. Like they
Yeah.
forced the reaction onto KP. You see Mugi's like positioning himself, wrapping around the Roche pit. They just like kind of collapsed all surrounding
Yeah.
Empire there.
Bit of an unfortunate scan. If that scan didn't happen, they might have been able to get away with that.
Not the case.
Not the case. Not the case. Close no cigar. Right. So moving forward to the third game here in the series.